if you buy something, whether it be a car or sporting equipment, you like to sound like you know what you're talking about when you go in there.
To the salesperson, absolutely.
So I'm no pushover, mate. I know what I know.
Yeah, I know about cars, buddy.
Yeah, I know. Steering wheel, one, good. Yeah, front seat, back seat belts, good. Yeah.
I don't need any extras. Ooh, tinted windows. What'd you say? They send you to the extras girl, or what they call. There's a name for them. Always an attractive woman.
Out the back, or the tinted window.
Yeah, tinted windows, I don't know, better stereo, seat covers, anything they can sell you.
Yeah, which is...
probably where they make their money.
Yeah, absolutely. So I had to buy a new wetsuit.
Oh, yeah, Rip Curl.
So, yeah, Rip Curl. So naturally when I walked in there, I wanted to give off the vibe, hey, I've been surfing all my life. Man, I know what I'm talking about, yeah.
You're the king.
Yeah, and I met this guy, his name's Tom, he's really nice, and he's obviously a surfer. He's really fit looking, and, he's probably about 25, starting up, dropping numbers just to let him know that I know. I've already got a few wetsuits, got a few boards, been surfing a long time. You're looking for a 4.3 mil, fully lined SEAL teams. That's the one I've got there. This is the one I'm thinking of upgrading to. Yep. Oh, that's good choice. Yeah, well, this one, a little more stretchy than that one. That one is super warm, but not as stretchy as this one. This one is zipless. This one has got a back zip, and I'm riffing.
Mate, yeah.
I'm riffing. We're on the same page. We are definitely on the same page.
Tom's probably a skater. No, you have to be a surfer to work.
Oh, he's a surfer. Don't worry about that.
He had long hair, or
no? He had normal hair. Just a normal, fit-looking, healthy guy doing his thing in there, and we connected. So anyway, he goes, you know what? Try this one on. So I take it, and I...
Leave your underpants on, I hope?
That's a good question. I did.
Yeah, you would.
Yeah. You got to, don't you?
Yeah, I think when you're trying on wetsuits, yeah.
When you wear a wetsuit in the water, you wear it leaving it... Do you wear
bathers on, yeah.
Well, I like not to.
Oh.
But the problem is if it's a long wetsuit, then you pull the wetsuit down, you get caught at your ankles, and it's not a pretty sight if you've got no bathers on.
Oh.
For the kiddies, scare the kiddies,
Yeah.
So I wear bathers underneath. Anyway, so I go to the change room, try it on, come out, and the guy goes, yeah, that's pretty good. Maybe we'll get out of size. I said, yeah, that's pretty good. He goes, just one thing. You put it on back to front.
Oh,
the number.
Well, the zip was down the front.
The zip was a pull over the top. You pull it over. Yeah. You pull it over and it goes pop. And I was so proud of myself. I did it. He goes, you did it really quickly. I go, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Everything right, except put it on back to front. I'm really embarrassing. And I've just gone back to zero with my credibility. And he goes, yeah, anyway, take it off. And then I take it off and then try it again and put it back on.
No, he's seen worse than that.
Has he?
Yeah,
I don't think he has. And then I just started getting changed outside the dressing room because there was no one around, and he got a bit embarrassed because I wasn't going in. But you try putting a wetsuit on in a small dressing room.
That's terrible.
It's hard work. You're hitting the walls. You're getting a bad glimpse in the mirror.
Here's a question. Do you leave your socks on when you...
Well, I did.
Because it makes it easier through the hole.
Well, you know what people do? They put bags on their feet.
Yeah, I've seen that before.
It's because that is the number. So hard when you really want to get in the water and you can't get your feet in. So that's a bit of a tip. Write that down. Put a plastic bag on your feet and then zip it through. So I did have my socks on. So I didn't look ultra cool when I had it on.
Take your grapes out of the bag first, though, or your salt, whatever you got in there. Your beans. Don't do that. Don't make a mistake. Don't do that.
Anyway, they were very kind, and we had a very good
discount.
Well, look, I can't say too much.
We've already mentioned it's Rip Curl.
It's Rip Curl, and they're fantastic. And let's just say, I'll say Rip Curl again. And let's just say, did I say Rip Curl?
I think that's the fourth or fifth time you said Rip Curl.
And
I, of course, am brand loyal to O'Neill because that's part of
brand loyalty.
Part of the family.
Who is it? Yeah, who was it? Uncle who?
No, it was my dad.
Oh, your dad.
Well, Kevin O'Neill had Kevin O'Neill Florist and also the O'Neill. He was very busy, Kev. I don't know what he was doing.
Is there a Bacons and Robbins, isn't there?
Baskin and Robbins.
Baskin and Robbins.
The ice cream parlour.
Yeah.
Oh, good ice cream.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
O'Neill is an American company, I think. I think they even go back further than Rip Curl.
Yeah, Rip Curl's Aussie, though, isn't it?
Yeah, Torquay, and then the headquarters is right there.
I know, yeah.
And they invited us to go to the Bells Beach Easter
Classic.
Comp. Yeah, we're going to go on the yeah. So it's just going to be but I had to wear the wetsuit when I
just sitting in the stands. Turn up with your boards and go, when do I get to go? Like, you don't get to go, mate.
No, we watch. Oh, I thought I was going to get to surf with these guys. Oh, no.
Oh, fantastic. All right, play the music.
Welcome to Somehow Related Now. Please welcome your hosts Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
And here we are, somehow related.
We're in
What a
well,
time.
Can we say where we are?
Yeah, of course, we're in the pub, but we're upstairs.
If it sounds different, it's because there was a function downstairs. Because remember the other day there was a wake in 2 rooms,
Yeah,
a double
there
wake,
was.
and we were joking about putting the ashes in the fire. We're in an upstairs room that looks like
Oh, this is a function space too.
it's not too bad.
They have meetings here.
But what period is this? 19?
Turn of the century.
Yeah.
1910.
Yeah, and
Camera up there. Is that real?
no,
watching
that
us.
wouldn't be real.
fake
But we're
one.
up here is the residents are just down the hallway.
Guys live up here. Yeah.
Yeah. So if you hear a weird noise or
Well,
you know,
them coming in,
you know,
talking to us.
it does look like a set for something. I don't know
The
what.
Sullivans or something.
Oh,
Yeah, it's very Sullivan.
Got the big leather couches over there. Got a nice painting on the wall.
little bar.
It's a big good comedy room actually. A little
Was it-
stage over there.
Not too bad, would it?
Yeah, it's a small table.
Small
you know.
though.
Yeah. Anyway, it is a bit small. So anyway,
Anyway, here we are.
somehow related, 2 topics that aren't or are they? That is the
are
question.
they?
Well, Sam wouldn't present them if she didn't think they were. She's
Yes.
never let us down.
Never. Oh, I should mention I'm doing sale. I'm going to sail on the 5th of
The beautiful people down Sale.
September. Yeah.
Yeah.
At the Wedge, doing the Wedge.
Is that a
with Brad Oaks, yeah,
Is
the
that
theatre.
a theatre? You're doing the theatres now. You stepped up.
Doing the theatres. Look, sometimes we get a good crowd, a big crowd, but I tell you what, even if you get a small crowd, we just did Tamworth, Coffs and Taree. They were great. Great. Coffs Harbour was beautiful.
And do they all come up the front, or do they spread out?
They can be a bit spread out, but it's
Yeah,
still okay.
Yeah,
Because I'm
yeah.
so used to doing any sort of gigs.
Yeah,
It's still fine.
yeah.
no problem.
I had to do a corporate gig the other day.
Oh, did
Charity.
you?
Yeah. Does
Charity.
die in the arse mean anything to you?
Yeah. But that's the thing about charity. You know, my policy of charities, if I'm doing it for free,
Yep.
I say, yeah, no worries, I'll come along and do it. But I tell you, if it's not going well, I will jump.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for having me. Good luck with the cause.
Yeah.
With the
The auction.
Borneo gorillas, and I'll see you again. Oh, you didn't do very long? No. Were you doing a golf-related thing? Or?
No. It was a work-related thing. I don't want to say because I don't want to sound. You know, if they were people who listeners were there.
I can't believe they. Was this the Logies? Did they cut you out or something?
No. Oh, the logo. Any backwash on the logos?
No. Did you get? You were in it. I wasn't in it. You were in it. Did you get any feedback?
We talked about that, though,
Yeah,
didn't we,
we
last
did.
week?
Yeah, we did.
where
Yeah,
I
yeah,
exposed myself in. I had underpants on, so don't get upset.
Yeah, come on, people.
Yeah. No, I think Sam did a brilliant job,
Was
and
Elbow actually on the phone when you were holding it, or
I can't give away too many
Oh,
secrets. But what do you think?
no?
I'm just a very good actor. No.
That was funny. Your last joke when you said Glenn Robbins was it Man of the Year? No,
Yeah.
was it Citizen of the Year?
Ad lib, whatever.
Very
Yeah.
good.
Just gave him a bit of juice,
Very
gave him a bit of
good.
something at the end. That
You
they
did, and
didn't
they
have.
used it.
Yeah, they used it.
used it.
And my final line was "dickhead." That was one of mine as well.
Yes.
So, I said take that, and I just dropped the mic and walked out.
Yeah,
Went
you
home.
do.
You know,
You do. That.
That's the sort of thing.
You
that
put
it
in
is.
your invoice for $12,000. That's fair enough.
Absolutely 12 grand. And Sam's off now. He's touring around the country. God, he's been hard working.
Well, I saw him the other day. We went to the chicken shop, and he said,
We went to the chicken.
Went to the chicken shop.
So is that kind of like we need to have a little catch up and just talk about the world?
yeah, and we just go to the chicken shop.
Because he doesn't live that far away from you, does he?
No, it isn't.
So you go to the chicken shop for lunch.
Sometimes I've seen him cutting through my neighbourhood in his car, and I give him the finger when I'm walking along.
I've never been to his house. I've been to his other house.
I've picked him up from his house. It's just a very humble abode. 4 stories. No, anyway, it's just a normal house. Anyway, we used to go to different chicken shops. Now we go to the same one because he does boxing near it or something.
Oh,
He
okay.
does boxing with Dino.
What's his standard order?
He's healthier than me. He'll just have 2
Chicken
chicken
tenderloins.
breast. No, more your barbecue chicken. Just,
Right.
rotisserie chicken.
Yeah.
And a salad, whereas I love chips and stuff, So.
Yeah, which is. Yeah,
But he was saying that I said, no, then I saw him at a pub. Oh, we did a gig at a comedy club leading up to Logies, and I said, do you want to have a drink? And he's like, no, I'm having a dry July. And he said, but September's going to be very wet. That's what he said. And after the Logies, I'm thinking, August, September are going to be very wet, apparently.
Yeah, well, he's on tour.
Well, he rang me I sent him a message on Monday saying good job, and then I was lying in bed Monday night. I reckon it was 11 o'clock, and I always had my phone off, but it was on, and then...
It was pang.
Well, it was
Texting or calling?
No, calling. It was actually Dino, his mate from Nova. Dean.
Yeah, Dino was there on the day when we filmed that thing. Hadn't seen him for a long time.
He's a good guy.
He's a good man.
He's like, do you know who this is? I'm like, yeah, well, it's Sam Pang's number. I know your voice, Dino. You were on radio for years, you know.
This was after the Logies.
The night after Logies, they were in a dive bar. That's what they said in Sydney, getting drunk. Him, Dino, and Hollywood Jack, who used to work on Nova as well. So, yeah.
He
I spoke to all of them.
suddenly went to Sydney after. Oh, because they stayed in Sydney.
They
So it was
stayed
shot
in
in Sydney.
Sydney.
That's
They
right,
stayed in
right.
Sydney.
And then they're going, let's ring our mate Dave at 11 o'clock at night because he'll be at home minding the kids.
And then they're like, just tell us what your next gig is. Just tell us. We'll put you on speaker. And I said, true story. I'm going to Adelaide tomorrow to do a hardware conference. That made their night.
A hardware
Oh,
conference.
it was great, actually.
Is it awards? For best-
No. It was like a conference for ABT. They're like a buying group in the hardware world. And they were at the Adelaide Oval at a function, and I just had to do stand. They were great.
I had some builders in my place recently. It's just finished and did a really good job. And they took out the front walkway, which was like...
It's always annoyed me, that walkway, yeah.
why? It gets... One, it used to get slippery, and two, it was crooked.
It was crooked.
Yeah, it was crooked. Anyway, so they took it all apart, and then I walked out, and they were sort of scratching their heads, and I said, everything all right, fellas? What joke did I make? What joke did I make? Did you find anything?
Did you find the dead body?
Did you find the dead body?
You love a dead body joke.
I always doing the dead body jokes because it throws them back a little bit because they take half a second to go, I think he's joking. And they go,
Yes.
yeah, I don't have to say I am joking, but then they laugh. They go,
Uh-huh.
yeah, because that's where you put your dead bodies.
Got a bit of banter going.
Yeah.
All right, we should get the topics. We get two topics, got to work out how they're related.
Yep.
What are the topics, Sam?
Basketball and peaches.
Peaches and basketball.
What goes with peaches? There's a good way to start. Ice cream, cream, pears,
Pears and peaches used to be in that tin.
two fruit.
Two fruit.
Two
I
fruit.
preferred pears to peaches.
Are there any other two fruits?
Occasionally, no. You get like a fruit salad in those tins with a bit of
No,
apricot and stuff.
and a bit of cherry or something.
Cherry.
And a bit of pineapple. Which I'm going, hang on. When pineapple turns up to that party, I don't know about you, but it has to be pretty sweet pineapple
Yes.
for me to go big town on it.
I love pineapple.
Oh, you love pineapple?
I love pineapple.
So how do you eat your pineapple?
We don't. No, I used to buy them and cut them up, and we'd have them with ice cream.
You sit around,
Oh, yeah. But I mean, I like them on a pizza. I like them in like
I
a
don't know how that ever came about.
Canadian invention.
Was it?
Yeah. I like them in a poke bowl. So you get a bit of rice, a bit of chicken, a bit of pineapple. Oh,
Yeah, see, you're not ringing my bell.
baked potato, a bit of pineapple in the baked potato. With
Don't you
the
find it a bit
coleslaw.
hard to chew? The
I like
pineapple?
it. I like it.
Because it got that bit of
The
the
rind.
bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
yeah,
go,
yeah,
do
yeah.
I swallow at this point, or is it going to give me a stomach ache?
It's a lot of work cutting up a pineapple, but the result, you get good fresh pineapple. Oh.
Yeah. But
Anyway, we're talking about peaches.
we're talking
aren't
about peaches. I'm just bringing everything to the party.
I think peaches. I can't remember the last time I had a peach. Kieran likes them, but
I had peaches in Bali recently.
Good?
Yeah, just a little bowl of peaches on the side. I'm going, that's just like, have you got that out of a tin? I reckon they must have got it out of a tin.
you know what peaches are great. You bake them in the oven with a bit of sugar on them. And with ice
What?
cream.
I've never heard of this before.
Yeah. Peach. Oh, yum. Absolutely. And they all. Oh, it's beautiful.
So when they put them in the can or in the thing, do they add sugar? They
must.
They have to.
It tastes too good.
It just tastes really good, doesn't it?
That was a classic 1970s dessert, wasn't it? Tin fruit and ice cream.
Oh, yeah.
That's all we had.
Do they not still do it?
Yeah.
You put a bit of tin fruit, a little bit of vanilla ice cream, and put some chocolate topping on that.
Whoa.
Get out of town. Who needs anything? That is just and the syrup at the end. Got a bit of syrup with a bit of chocolate going through it. Have you finished? Not yet. I haven't. I'll have you know.
Oh.
Because then you
I
pick
don't
up
know
your
about
plate.
chocolate on the tin fruit.
Oh, you're not going with that. Would you have any sort of sauce on it?
Nah.
You just go straight with the ice
Vanilla and tin fruit.
cream. Oh, geez, you're
So,
pretty
okay.
steep, eh?
My
what
wife
is it?
always says,
What?
I'm looking forward to the stone fruit. She always says that.
It's a time of year, isn't it?
And then at the end of summer, she goes, I didn't have any stone fruit.
So stone fruit, apricots.
Okay, let's rank them. Who's the king at the party?
Apricots, aren't they?
They're not the king.
Aren't they? I don't know your stone fruits. That well, peaches.
Peaches.
Pears not.
We can put him in the category.
Oh,
Apricot, plum. Nah,
No. Do you,
I think at the party, when the peach walks in, peach is big and impressive and got a beautiful. I think the peach is the attractive sort of
well, you know why?
Instagrammer.
He's got furry skin.
Yeah, the peach is the Instagrammer. Plums are like the workers. Plums be handing out the hors d'oeuvres. Apricots.
Apricots, there's a lot of them.
They're lesser, aren't they?
Yeah,
they're lesser
yeah.
than the peach.
Yeah.
The peach is the absolute queen of that stone
It's
fruit.
refined. So if there was a fight, who would it be?
I reckon
between?
the figs would turn up and cause trouble.
Hey, you're not welcome here.
Let us in. You're not welcome. Punch on. There'll be some of those obscure fruit like locum or something like that would turn up. Figs. Figs are good though. Ooh.
Yeah, I'm not a big,
Prune? What is a
You
prune?
saying I need prunes?
I've been eating prunes.
Really? Any response?
Oh, they work.
Do they? You got to watch out with that stuff because they work and then they'll work some more. And
Oh,
then
I
you'll,
know.
And then you'll be. Excuse me, I have to go
Yeah,
home
you'll be
now.
somewhere and it'll happen. No.
How are you having your prunes? Oh
No,
God,
they
are you
just-
listening to this? Hello at home.
No, they're
Two
just-
old men talking about having prunes.
You buy them in a bag. They're beautiful.
Oh my! What? Like 100%? You don't have like in a drink or in a can.
Prunes?
So how do you eat them?
They're beautiful. You eat them. They're peeled or something. They've still got the seed in them. The seed thing. Yeah, they just come in a bag. Like it's like buying dried apricots or something.
Oh,
I think they're dry. They're not dry.
Kill
though.
me. Hello to all those FODMAP people out there who would be killed by that. Because I've had dates like that sometimes, and a date will kill me. Take me down.
Gee, what sort of women are you going out with? You said date. Anyway.
Do you like a date?
Yeah.
What about a date's gone?
Oh, yum.
Yeah, nice. Would you just have butter on that?
Yeah, I think so.
My mouth's
A bit of
watering.
cream.
Yeah, a bit of cream.
We have scones occasionally. We're a family that we make.
Your own scones.
We made so many scones for a while there. My son said he was sick of them. Who can be sick of scones?
You can never be. But how long do they last?
Nah.
When they come out hot, are they going the next day?
Beautiful. You know what? You can have them next day because I've read in a cookbook. You just put them in alfoil and heat them in the oven a bit. Beautiful.
And that's not. You know why
Hmm?
peaches have the fur on them?
No, why?
It's nature to keep the water out.
What is
so
that
that-
great book?
What?
The Roald Dahl book about the peach.
Oh yeah, come on. You know.
James and the Giant Peach.
Oh yeah, you've read it?
Oh, great book.
Was it? Yeah, I don't know that one.
You know James and the Giant Peach?
I know the name. I can't remember it though. It's been such a long time. I read his biographies. They were good.
Roald Dahl?
Yeah, Roald Dahl's
Yeah, he was
biography.
in the Air Force and stuff.
What else can we say?
Peaches.
I thought peaches were in the nectarine family.
Oh, nectarine. That's another one at the Stone Fruit Party. Absolutely.
So what does a nectarine look like?
they're smaller.
Smaller, like a small.
Yeah, they're smaller, aren't they? Yeah, they're smaller. They're in between an apricot and a peach. I always think of peaches as quite big. In terms of stone fruit, they're the big one.
Right. I mean,
Aren't
whoever
they?
made Earth and the universe and everything, they really drilled down on fruit, didn't they?
Stone fruit, they're big.
They really,
God was a big fan of stone
well, he
fruit.
started, come on, darling, we're going after it. No, I'm creating fruit, and I'm really going to make it colourful, impressive. Oh, and what else? Full of nutrition.
Oh, look at bananas. I mean, they're odd.
I think that's the number one selling fruit. Would that be the number one? If that came in, so
Apples?
let's just say we had an all fruit party.
Oh, God.
Apples would be pretty strong.
There'd be heaps of different apples, too.
Oh, yeah.
Granny Smith.
Would green win over
Pink
red?
lady. No. Green are kind of, they're like the sturdy fruit, you know
Oh,
what I mean? They're
yeah.
sturdy,
Yeah.
hard working.
Yep.
Pink lady, bit flashy, you know what I mean? Golden delicious, no one really likes them anymore.
So who's the number one that comes late and everyone walks in? It'd have to be a banana, wouldn't it?
Maybe pineapple.
Yeah, I think
Pineapple's
I
got the
hear.
impressive headdress.
Yeah, he has. You know,
And
you'd see him
Pineapple
coming
walks
down the
in
street. You'd have to
with
bow his head.
with the two mangoes hanging off either side,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. They probably met at a party. Pizza met pineapple at a party, and that's what happened. They just.
And there'd be things like trying to get in, like, I am a fruit, like tomato at the front door. Mate, fruit only tonight. I am a fruit. What do you think I am? I'm not a vegetable.
Mate, no.
Well, you
Not
always read those facts. Tomatoes and actually... Well, tomato is a fruit, but you think of it more as a salad, don't you?
on. What's an avocado? Is that
That's
a fruit?
That must be a fruit.
Because
Love a bit of avocado.
some things are nuts when I don't know that they're nuts.
Yeah, or seeds. Like, you know. So, banana's technically a seed, I think it is.
Been putting a bit of flaxseed in
Oof.
the morning.
Is that working?
Is that meant to do something?
I think it is meant to keep you regular flaxseed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely. Flaxseed.
I couldn't be flacked.
Peaches. Remember that song Peaches? Remember the song Peaches? Beautiful peaches. Peaches for me. The same band had that song Lump. She's President's United States. Remember them? They had a few hits in the
No, as you know, I wouldn't know anything about music.
90s. Anyway, okay.
What about the guys at Awesome Foursome?
Oh, they did that ad.
They did Golden Valley, didn't they?
Yep.
They
They had their heads moving around in a circle on the screen.
What was the
the song?
Yeah, what was it? It might be good thinking music, actually. Calypso, sort of.
Yeah. Girl I went to uni with ended up marrying one of them.
Oh, really?
Oh, she was a rower too. She was big, tall.
She
Amazon.
probably just married him for the fruit, really, because he would have just had.
Heaps
so
of-
many, come on, move on in. Look,
What are all those tins in the corner?
you'd have him in the glove box, you'd have him in the back seat.
That's funny. I went over to Matt Parkinson's house now. Now seen on the movie The Chase.
Yes,
He's the genius.
the tall one.
Yeah, he's one of those boffins on there.
Yeah, he's one of the guys who sits up at the top of the thing, and he's the
Yeah.
one that answers all the questions. Yeah.
Anyway, he was helping us with a comedy show, a live show. He was directing, I think, and he won Sale of the Century.
He did.
Yeah, he's a smart guy.
Very smart.
Anyway, we go in his house. He's got all this stuff in the corner. There's like a water filter, like sort of. And I go, "What's all that stuff?" He goes, "Oh, that's my Sale of the Century winnings."
Bit odd. You can put it away.
A water filler, an ironing board, like all this. Because you win a lot of weird shit along the way if you go to the gift shop. You know, like, would you like to buy a bar fridge, Matt? Oh, a bar fridge, that'd be all right. Then you get it home, you're like, I don't need a bar fridge.
You don't have to buy it though, do you? You do.
No, you don't.
So why would if he didn't want it? Why did he buy it?
Maybe he was a struggling comedian and just went, you know.
Yeah, I get they'll sell it on.
Well, there was nothing to sell. The trading post back then, wasn't there?
I was in a surfing celebrity surfing event with one of the awesome foursome Tompkins. What's his first name?
I don't know. I wouldn't know any of them.
Anyway, we paddled out, and I was absolutely stuffed. And he paddled out at the same time, and he was absolutely stuffed.
What? And he's an Olympic
Well,
rower.
I looked across and went, he's an Olympic rower. If he's stuffed, I'm doing all right.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm doing all right. He can surf quite well, but I'm going, he's Mr. Superfit.
Oh, yeah.
I thought, well, there you go. I'm holding my own.
You know what it is? It's all those peaches.
Yeah, well, I think peaches are delicious.
You love them?
Yes.
When was the last time you had one apart from barley?
I don't have them very often because I don't tend to eat tinned fruit. I wouldn't
What
eat
about a fresh fruit? A fresh peach?
I wouldn't buy a peach.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I buy bananas and berries and blueberries and raspberries. That's about all I buy. Am I boring?
Are you boring? No.
Well, okay. In your fruit bowl at home, what do you got?
Yeah, we're not. Bananas, apples, avocado.
Yeah.
In the fridge, raspberries, blueberries, because Kieran eats a lot of them, strawberries.
Yeah, I don't know.
Mandarins.
Mandarins are good.
There's some pears in the crisper, I know.
How have they come? As in, they're off the tree pear, not a tin pear.
Yeah, we don't have any tin fruit. No.
So you're basically the same as mine.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. Pretty straight bat.
People at home are probably yelling at some other
We're
ones.
missionary position. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, but in the summer we have mangoes. Get some mangoes.
Mangoes.
Mangoes
Can't
beautiful.
eat mangoes.
We can't eat them.
No, they go fermented in.
Oh.
You don't want to know. You really don't want to know.
Jesus.
It's just they.
Lower gut issues.
Yeah, I know. But I'm doing okay. I'm getting by.
Well, should we talk about basketball? Anything else to say more about peaches?
No, but they're doing a good job. Keep it coming. Okay, where are they grown? What are they? A cold weather or warm weather? I would say cold weather.
They're a summer fruit, so that must mean they're sort of grown in.
Like everything's grown in New South Wales, isn't it?
I think it's it's food bowl, not Tamworth, or Queensland, Toowoomba, that kind of Wagga, that sort of area, I'm sure.
And how would a machine pick them? Would pick by hand?
Yeah, I don't know. It must be hand.
Have you seen them with those machines that shake the trees and all the fruit fall out, and they have a
incredible.
big like a net underneath?
But see, peaches would bruise.
Yeah, I know. So they need to be TLC. Need to be friendly to a peach.
Don't know.
Yeah, don't know.
All right, enough on peaches. Let's talk basketball. Did you ever play basketball?
Back in my day, I hear on the radio this morning that some of the private schools are shifting away from team sports
to yoga,
to yoga and Pilates. Wow, that's really interesting. I mean, because there was always the time when the kid who was the academic amongst us all, standing up in the back pocket, not knowing what to do, and just getting hit in the face by the football, and his glasses getting broken. So now there's things for those people who don't want to participate in team sport.
Great.
I think it's fantastic.
I think it's great. I mean, I would have loved to have done BMX or something at school, but we had a very limited choice of sport.
Well, that's right. You're a BMX champion.
Oh, well, champion's a big word.
But you competed.
But to be
And
fair,
then- what do you mean?
If the Olympics were around when I was competing, I would have probably won.
Where did you compete?
No, just at local BMX tracks. So what happened in the
There you
80s?
go. I would like. Do you got any video of that? Any film of that?
Got
Anything
photos.
Look, you got to put some of those onto
Got
Facebook.
photos. Okay.
Do an aerial? Could you do the one where you're in the air and you spin the front wheel around? No.
No.
Take your
A
feet
flat
off
top. Yeah, you can do a flat top.
Which is what? Take your hands
You
off.
go up, and you lay the bike down flat, and then you bring it back up.
That's really good because we've all seen the young 14-year-old girl who got a duck for winning.
Yeah.
Doing all that sort of gear.
Yeah.
And were you doing it? You know what?
You know what though?
Not a swimming pool.
You got to be fearless. No, in a skate park.
Skate park. Yep. Got
Yeah,
it.
not so much skate parks. You'd go to BMX tracks. Skate parks were a little bit territorial, so the skaters didn't really like you turning up.
Oh,
You know,
right.
they'd be a bit, what are you guys doing?
Boo.
So what happened in the 80s when we started riding BMXs? everyone was just classed as professional, right? So you turn up to like Laylaw BMX track.
Yeah.
You'd race in the under 15s, and you'd be racing against guys that had really good bikes.
So you had a set track to go. So it was
It's like
first, second, third.
Yeah. And so you'd all line up on a starting gate. The starting gate would drop,
Yep.
and you'd shoot off. And you were competing against some very fit, very talented
And
riders.
he comes Dave only against a little Tommy boy and then around.
Yeah,
the
but I
corner.
never won a trophy. And then what happened in the late 80s, I think it was, you would turn up to the BMX track and they go, are you an amateur or a pro? And you'd look around, there'd be like a little fat kid, a kid with one leg. You're like, I'm an amateur. Then I won trophies. I started winning
You
trophies.
still got the trophies
Oh,
in a box.
no. No, what happened, I had them at home in a shared house, and I brought this girl home, my girlfriend at the time. She started pissing herself laughing.
That's not funny.
It's not funny laughing at my BMX trophies.
Yeah, the trophy is a trophy.
These are proper BMX trophies. I won them.
Yeah, I mean, you should.
So no, I actually got rid of them. I reckon I threw them out, or something happened to them, and then I had to go on a TV show and talk about BMX. So I went to the trophy shop and bought one. I've still got it.
You could be on Sean McAuliffe's show where you bring a thing and you throw it away.
Yeah, I'd bring my BMX trophy.
That would be a very good story. Then you went on to jump Dicko and broke
my leg
in a number of places and have rods put in there.
Oh yeah, broke the tibia and the fibia.
Yeah, and then they did a little bit of work downstairs for you as well while they had you under. Apparently.
Extension.
Yeah, not extension, reduction.
Reduction.
So basketball is American, yeah.
Well, I played for the Nunawading Inspectors. So in the 70s,
Jeez,
we were one of the. They were one of the original teams in Melbourne.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did you have basketball shoes? Did you have a hoop in your driveway?
No.
Did you have a basketball at home?
Yeah, we would have. Yeah.
Doot, 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 doot,
Yeah, there's a
doot,
photo of
doot,
us with
doot,
basketballs. So,
doot,
Harlem Globetrotters.
doot, doot, doot,
So,
doot, doot.
as I said on that podcast the other day, we went and saw them the other day. They were great.
Yeah, no. I don't know the origin of it. NBA. It would
Oh,
have
it's
to be American.
I've read
Harlem.
about it. Developed in a university in America, Springfield, I think it was.
Okay.
The guy that came up with it wanted an indoor sport to play in inclement weather. So that's why he came with basketball.
They put a hoop on the wall and
Yeah.
you could and a square at the back of it and you could
Yeah.
bounce it off the backboard and yeah, there you go.
Originally, the hoop was closed, so the ball would go in and not come down. So someone would have to bash it back out.
Oh, the net was so tight.
Yeah. The net was
Nothing but net there, Bob. That's a great shot. Nothing but net. Because when they get nothing but net, you go, that's really good for a three-pointer. Yeah.
incredible. My son plays basketball.
Oh, that's good.
He's 15.
He's quite tall.
He's tall.
Yeah.
He's tall. But the thing is, you do turn up to play other 15-year-olds. Some of them are huge.
Oh, your big kids are. There's
Big
something
as
in
me.
the
And
water
then
now.
there's some. Then there's tiny ones.
Yeah, I know.
15-year-olds are like really small, really big. And when my other son, who's now 21, played for Collingwood Basketball Club, when you're like 8, they do this thing which is really good. You just go to the basketball court and they bring different teams of 8-year-olds to play. So you play about 6 different games against different.
Oh, that's good.
So you're just on the court and they go, "We'll bring in the next team." Blah blah blah. And, most of the teams are pretty equal with each other.
Yeah.
They brought in a team of all Sudanese kids.
And they were great.
Well, they're very tall,
Yeah, of course.
and very good.
Yeah.
And I heard one of the kids say to my son, "We're fucked." And these kids were very impressive.
No, good on them.
But you know what's happened in my street? My neighbour, Johnny Furphy, has been recruited for the NBA. And
That's what we talked about. That's
Yeah.
your big. He's got the.
I practically raised him as I said on the radio.
So in his will, hopefully he's going to.
I saw him the other day. He must be back on holidays. No, I speak to his dad all the
How
time.
tall is he?
Yeah, he's 6'3", I think.
But
So he's
he's-
not 6 foot. He's only 18 or 19.
But he's just talented.
Oh,
Ball
we
skills.
watched his highlights. Anyone's interested in basketball, have a look at Johnny Furphy. So what a story. He went to the primary school where
Yeah.
my kids went.
Yeah.
Then he decided he wanted to pursue. He didn't know AFL or basketball, I think.
Yeah.
They've got a great school in Maribyrnong called Maribyrnong College, near
Yeah.
where you grew up.
Yep.
It's a government school, right?
Yeah, but it's based on basketball.
Sport focused.
Yep.
I did a gig there. How funny is this? I did a gig there once in the staff room, right,
Yeah.
for the teachers. I just thought it was a normal high school.
Yep.
So I go in there. There's all these teachers sitting around. There's a big black guy, right?
Yeah.
And I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "I teach basketball."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh, that's cool."
Yeah.
Then another black guy comes in. I go, "What do you do?" He goes, "I teach basketball too."
Yeah, hang on.
And the third one, I'm like, and then I had to go, "What the fuck's going on in this school?" And then someone said, "We're a sports school." I said, "Well, I wish someone had told me that." Because there's like ex-AFL players that you reckon that guy played for Collingwood, that kind.
Yeah.
So it's an amazing institution they've got out there.
Because the skateboarder, I think, that won gold for Australia, the girl went to a skateboard school.
Yeah, wow.
So you kind of did 3 hours of
Yeah.
in the morning and then 3 hours of skating in the afternoon.
So Johnny went to Maribyrnong College, then he went to the one in Canberra, the Institute of Sport.
Yep.
for maybe a year, and then he got recruited to college basketball in America and played for Kansas, I think it was. And then he was in the draft, and he was number 35. He's been signed to the
Does that mean for how long?
Indiana Pacers. It took a couple of years.
And that means he's made now. Is it kind of nearly made?
Oh, he would be getting millions of dollars, and
And
he's
then-
playing for the NBA.
So you...
Yeah.
Hi, Dave here.
Johnny, remember? Practically raised you?
Yeah, I'm sure you've got plenty of money floating around. You got a little bit of extra for the time that I play with the kids that time.
Yeah. His brother plays for Geelong,
God, so
He's
it's
in the
just
VFL.
Talent is in the family.
and his sister is in America playing soccer for Santa Barbara or somewhere.
Did he have a basketball ring in his driveway?
He had one in the backyard.
Right. Did you ever
And
play?
there's one at the school, and there's one just in the park.
Did you play any games in the street?
Yeah, we played basketball in the street.
Yeah,
We didn't have a hoop, though.
Did you play football in the street?
Cricket.
Cricket in the street.
Cricket.
Yeah. Car and everyone.
Oh, yeah,
car. Whereas your street is almost dead end, isn't it?
No, we're a court.
court.
We're
So,
a court. Fantastic. It used to be Protestant versus the Catholics. So,
Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
those times we used to kick the football and we would hit the power line so hard.
oh, yeah.
The power pole would nearly shake. You're going, oh, God.
You know what the difference is now, though? There's more cars, and there's more cars parked in the court. I
Yeah,
noticed in
yeah.
where we grew up.
Yeah.
So in the day, all the dads would take the cars, and there'd be no cars in the court. It was much easier to play sport.
Yeah. Nowadays, you just don't see, and rightly so, kids playing in the street. They go in the park, proper facilities and stuff.
Yeah,
Whereas in our
yeah.
day, it was very much out the front,
Oh,
kick the footy, play cricket.
absolutely.
Over the fence, climb over the fence, get the ball, get attacked by a dog, all part of it. All.
Get chased by the neighbour.
So, okay, what is it? 5 people per team,
It's a good sport for kids.
dribbling,
Because everyone gets a go in basketball.
because you have to.
Well,
yeah.
kind of. And because in AFL and soccer, it's
Can
kind of...
go missing.
Yeah, you can go missing.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, you can. Whereas everyone, if you're part of the play, and there's a few on the bench, isn't there? Another 5
Yeah,
on the bench.
you can have another 5 on the bench. See, that's when you know when we turn up to play another team, they've only got 1 kid on the bench. You know the kids are going to get exhausted by the end of the...
So you've got them covered. Just work them out, work them over easy.
But in terms of sports for kids, it's probably the best one because it's short. It's like it goes for about an hour. If
Yeah,
that.
yep.
You play cricket. That's all day, mate.
Yep, it's all day.
You do little aths.
Yep.
That's all night.
And if it's raining, you're not playing it.
Oh,
Yeah,
basketball. Yeah, it's a great game.
indoor.
Indoor.
It can be outdoor. It can be indoor.
yeah.
If you fall over on the asphalt, it can be a little bit nasty. If it is asphalt,
No, it's wood. It's normally wood. It's all wood.
indoors it is, but an outdoor one that we had
Oh, yeah.
at the back of the quadrangle was always asphalt.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else can we say? Dribbling, travelling. What's travelling? I mean, you're running. You're not bouncing in
You
the
hold the ball and run with it.
Yeah.
I've had to do the scoring a few times. Oh, that's...
Have you ever had a 3-pointer when you played? Well, 3-pointers wouldn't have existed when
Just
you
say that
played.
sentence again. Have you ever...
Had a 3-pointer.
Threesome? No.
Notice I've gone silent.
Yeah, you've gone silent. 3-pointers. I was talking to Johnny, who plays for the NBA, and I said, "Is that your thing?" Because I noticed when we watched the highlights, he would stand. So for anyone that doesn't know, 3-pointers when you stand quite far away outside the circles on the court,
Yeah.
and you shoot and you get it in.
Yeah.
He goes, "Yeah, that's my thing."
Yeah, so if you can do that, I mean, and then the weird part is sometimes there'll be a penalty and you can throw it from much closer, and then they think about it and they miss. So a lot of the time they get it, but I've seen really good players go doink off because they go. Whereas when you're in the middle of the game, you react and shoot. You don't think the smarter part of your brain works, doesn't overthink it. So
Famous players.
Michael Jordan.
Hey, let's do that thing. See if we can run out.
I've already run out.
Andrew Gaze. Oh,
Yeah.
who's the one I had a fight with on Twitter? Bogart.
You did?
Yeah.
Was it famous?
Famous fight. I
Yeah.
don't think it's a famous fight.
What do you mean?
Andrew Bogart, is that his name? That's him, Adrian Bogart.
Australian guy, was he?
Yeah.
And what was the fight over?
Vaccines, of course.
I can't never remember whether you're for or against. I can't remember.
It was funny though. So what happens with those guys? So I said, great that you're giving out health advice when when you're a basketballer. Dave. And then that's bad. I was probably bored at home. And then he just goes, "Oh, well, we should ask those same doctors about a bit of health advice for you. What about a bit of weight loss? Something like that."
It's gone the fat.
It's gone the fat stuff. And then he obviously retweets it, and all his followers get stuck into me. Like, stay in your lane, O'Neill. And by the look of you, this is quite funny. By the look of you, it's a McDonald's drive-thru.
Wow, you're hitting it out with the big guys.
And I said, have you noticed your name is a cross between Bogan and Fart? I think I said. That's when Hughesy actually rang me and goes, mate, do not get in a fight with Andrew Bogart. What are you doing?
Stop it.
What are you doing? Go for a walk. Put your phone down.
Did your heart rate go up?
Yeah, and so I did actually take Hughesy's advice and I went for a walk down by the creek. True story. I'm walking along. I get a bit of pace.
Bing.
And this guy walks past. He goes, I know why you're walking. I said, why?
No.
He goes, Andrew Bogart.
No.
True story.
So he was at home too. He goes, I can't read this anymore. I'm going to go for a walk. And then he runs into Dave O'Neill while he's going for a walk.
I think he may have been reading it as he was walking. I don't know. He wasn't far.
Wow, you've probably gone to the top of the pile. You know.
I'll tell you what.
Right, let's ring him. Let's ring him now. God, I'd like to get you back together and get you each of you to hug each other and go, hey.
Now that I practically raised and coached Johnny Furphy, who plays for the NBA, we've got stuff in common.
You got cred. You've absolutely got cred. Did you ever see The Last Dance?
No. Is it good, isn't it?
Well, yes, it is. And
do they cut the Australian bloke out, though? He doesn't feature in it at all, does he?
Not much, but he's in the footage. I'm not sure whether I can't remember now. It was a while ago since I've seen it. I just remember going, it was a fantastic journey.
And the Australian Story did a follow-up documentary
that's right.
on him.
Yeah, his name is...
Do you want to ask Sam, or...?
Yeah, let's ask Sam. That'd be great.
Sam, who
was he a famous Australian that was
say-
in the Last Dance with Michael...
Mark Bosnich, but he's a soccer player.
I hope he's not listening because he would be very upset.
All right, hang on.
Sam,
The Australian basketball player you're thinking of who played for the Chicago Bulls. Luke Longley.
well done,
Oh,
Sam. Yeah,
yes,
God.
yeah, great.
Everybody else knew except for us. That's terrible.
Have you heard Shane
Noble
Gillis's?
moment.
Shane Gillis's the American stand-up has become quite famous lately. I've met him. I did gig with him. Whatever.
Yeah,
He was a guy who didn't get on. He got on Saturday Night Live, then he was cancelled because he did racist.
Yes.
Not racist, but he did
He's very funny.
voices.
He's got a TV show called Tires, where he works in a tyre shop.
He did Asian accents on his podcast, which
Does a good Trump.
reminds me we've got to go back and erase those early editions where you kept doing an Indian accent.
Well, I look to you. I look to you, and you give me the blessing, and I go, cannot, because
You did a whole series of them. You said you went to a Chinese restaurant, then you did the Chinese one, then you did the Indian restaurant. My God,
I'm
Glenn.
good at. Did you ever?
Anyway.
Did you ever hear Mr. Ting Tong on the radio? Mick Malloy's doctor.
Yeah, was that you?
That was me.
I used to do John So. So
Look,
the Lord Mayor.
if they ever get pulled out, so be it. At the time, it was all right, but Dr. Ting Tong was very funny. I'm just sure
Ting Tong.
you can't. We can't do it now because, well, you know the
Anyway,
rules. You know the rules.
Shane Gillis has a routine about how. Have you noticed that the white guys that play NBA aren't American? He goes, they're all Russian, Australian, Latvian, Serbian. Because he goes, us American white guys, we play basketball when we were kids with black guys.
Yeah.
For like one day and go, oh, Jesus, computers are good. It's a very funny routine. Michael Jordan, did we say Michael Jordan?
Michael Jordan and Luke Longley. Sorry, Luke. He's probably a listener. He lives in South Australia or something.
And we've only come up with 4 basketball names. Oh, Dennis Rodman?
Yeah.
Famous?
I'm not going to look at my phone, but I'm done.
Yeah, but because if you're not into it, you're not into
What about some teams? American teams.
it. Oh, the Pacers, where,
Chicago Bulls.
yeah.
The
Lakers?
LA Lakers.
Lakers?
Yeah. The Boston Celtics.
Oh, is that basketball?
I think so.
The Nuttawatting Spectres are very
Yeah.
good back in the day.
The New York
Bulls?
New York
Bulls?
Yankees?
Oh,
No, that's
okay.
basketball. That's
Okay.
that's baseball.
We can't say much more about basketball because we're not. I like it when I see it, and I love watching my son play.
Yeah.
And my surrogate son Johnny Furphy, but that's about it.
So
But you know what, kids, if you're listening, just look at my neighbour, a normal kid. Now he's in NBA.
See,
Incredible story.
it's not that hard.
Not that hard.
You put a basketball ring out the back, throw a few things, and American
Go
comes
for it.
over, and then you're made for and your family's made for the rest of their lives.
Well, let's have some thinking music.
Do you want the Harlem Globetrotters song? Do you
love
want,
that.
I don't know whether we can get the rights to that. Do you want the ad from Goulburn Valley?
Oh, we have Shane
Gold-
Gillis's routine about basketball.
Oh, could we?
Yeah, why not? Do you want to have that?
Yeah.
Oh, let's hear that.
Yeah.
All right.
There's a reason every good NBA player that's white is from another country. The audacity to think you could play in that league, dude. The fucking arrogance. Every white dude in America saw a black kid dunk in like 8th grade and was just like, oh, all right. There goes that dream. We'll just set picks for the next 4 years.
Oh, very funny. What's your guess? What's your guess, smart man?
Okay, this is good. I reckon I've got it. The game was invented. This is not good. I just realised it's not good. I'm going to say it was invented. They would get peaches off a tree and play a game where they had to throw a peach into an elevated box or something.
I was going to say a similar thing. It was invented by peach farmers, but I know it was invented in a university.
What do you mean you know? You do know.
Well, I remember.
Do you know the answer?
I don't know the answer, but I know it was invented in a university.
University, right.
But so I'm saying, I think, you know what? I reckon the peach industry had something to do with the basketball, in the promotional. They promoted, but
So they were on ground zero.
maybe. All right, well, what's the answer, Sam?
Naismith was tasked to create an indoor sports game to help athletes keep in shape in cold weather. It consisted of peach baskets and a soccer-style ball. He published 13 rules for the new game. It was called basketball.
Wow.
There you go.
You have been listening to Somehow Related with Glenn Robbins and Dave O'Neill.
So I guess one day they're going, hey, here's an idea. If we cut the bottom off the peach basket, it'll fall back down and we can keep on playing, as opposed to with the ball staying up there and we've got to tap it back out.
Yeah.
That's smart.
Incredible. It's very resourceful, isn't it? But just the idea of putting something on the wall to throw a ball through, that's the genius bit of basketball.
Yeah.
Instead of kicking it through goals.
It's amazing, isn't it?
Yeah.
The importance of a ball on a field going between sticks, or a ball going into a basket. It's just, it's so important. Like Australia lost the biggest comeback in the I don't want to be negative, but the comeback there against the Greeks, was it?
Yeah.
They were so far ahead, and Greece, I think, made the biggest comeback in Olympic history and beat the Australians. It was really sad, which was a medal. I think they missed out on the medal, so it would have gone...
What Olympics was this?
Oh, the one that was just on.
Paris. Bonjour.
Hey, whoa. Can't do anything.
I can't do the accent. No, you can do French.
No.
Bonjour.
What else can we say?
Mon ami, I love it. Cancel me, please.
You know what?
Do French.
If you want to speak French, all you do is you can't say the letter H.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I hurt my arm.
Give me the arrow, son.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, right.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. Try that at home, kids.
Yeah.
You have a very big head.
Just take the H out of anything. Is it H or H?
We grew up
H.
with Peter Sellers doing Inspector Clouseau. Was that Inspector? Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, the best.
Does
So
your
you
dog bite?
Does your dog bite, and then the dog bites the woman. I thought you said your dog doesn't bite. That's not my dog.
It's not my dog.
And then when he shows him into the room, he goes, I hope you have a penis. Excuse me? I hope you have a penis. Woo!